Hi everyone, this is Anna. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to share with you how I made this little cute house, which it's perfect for home decor for the holidays. I used the steel wool die called House, and it's a pretty large die, so you will need a platinum machine to run it through. You will also need 2 sheets of chipboard. You will need to cut 2 of these houses and go ahead and fold the very last section of the house, and also all the tabs for the side of the house and the roof. Usually to make the regular house you will fold all 4 sides, but for this larger house you only need to fold the very end, so you can put the house together this way. To adhere the 2 pieces together, you will need some white liner tape. This tape is recommended anytime you have a 3D project or something that will need a stronger bond. So I used the bloom tool to help release the tape, and I found it easier if I just lay it flat and match the sides to glue it together. Next, here I'm releasing the paper from the tabs on the roof, and I think in the future what I will do is reach in and use our smaller stapler that we have and just kind of staple a few sections of the roof just to keep it more stable. I had a little hard time keeping the roof on with the white liner tape. I think it's because of the chipboard paper that I was using. I'm not sure, but definitely I will use the stapler next time. In this case, I decided to do a little bit of scotch tape just to secure the roof, and it wasn't going to matter if it shows, since I am using this paper here that I'm cutting to create the front and the back of the walls, so it would cover all the scotch tape that I'm using. You will need buttercream cardstock to do the face of the house, and just run it through twice, just like I did here, and you will not need all those tabs, so go ahead and just cut those out. I am using cobblestone background stamp, and use Riverstone ink to stamp it, and just do your best to match the lines of the stones as best as you can. If it's not perfect, it doesn't matter. It can be disguised a little bit if it's uneven with ink a little later, and I will show you when I'm doing that. This is one of my favorite background stamps that we carry. Here I'm using our Dauber with oatmeal cookie ink, and I just wanted to add some color to the stones, and I thought that this would be a good color, but of course you could do it a little darker or lighter, as whichever color you prefer. Next, I am using Riverstone to add a little bit more details and some shading under the roof, under the peaks of the roof, and also around each of the windows and door. And I will repeat the process here, and then you will see me adding some of the darker ink towards the middle of the house where the lines didn't quite connect perfectly, and that will help disguise them just a little bit. And now we are ready to glue the face of the house down. And to glue these down, I use our Jounrey glue, just because wet glue gives you a little bit more time to make any moves or any changes right before it sets permanently. But our glue is very strong, so you still don't have that much time, only a few seconds. So make sure to still move as quickly as possible. These two pieces here are for the roof, and now it's time to color them. I wanted to give them like a wood feel. So I am using a technique that I learned at convention this past June. I am using liquid color, rich coral, and Riverstone, and a folded baby wipe. And all you do is mix the colors and then just swipe it across the paper, and it gives you very cool lines, and depending on what you're trying to accomplish, it could give you that texture. In this case, I wanted the roof to have like a wood look, so I thought that this would be perfect for that. I am using oatmeal cookies straight to the paper, and then adding a few touches of hazelnut blend as well. And I thought that the roof came out really nicely this way. I wanted the building to look kind of like a lodge, like a really nice fancy cabin, and I wanted to keep the colors really earthy, and I thought that a wooden roof would kind of look cool. Since I had both the chipboard and the cardstock cutouts of the doors, I decided to glue them together just to give it more of a 3D look. A little later, I decided to use the bigger door that's available in the die, so I combined both the small and the larger one just to give it a different look. I am ready here to adhere the roof portion, and once again I use our Jounrey craft glue. Now I'm ready to do the final touches on the house. I put a little bit of the Riverstone ink on an acrylic block, and using my blender brush, just kind of pick up some of the ink and go over any areas that are still showing some of the chipboard. And then I grab my dauber and just apply a deeper color on the edges of the roof, right under the peaks of the roof, and all throughout the edges of the house. I think this technique gives the house a little bit more dimension, and it also helps cover any small mistakes that you may have made as far as glue or anything to do with the paper. Here I'm creating a base to simulate snow, and this is just white chipboard, and I just traced it with a pen and cut it out with my scissors. This here is our brand new whipped cream silk, which will be available as of January 1st. It creates a very soft white speckles. I also wanted a little bit more white to resemble the snow, so I went ahead and put a little bit of the white re-inker on an acrylic block, and using my blending brush, just kind of hit the brush with my finger and just added a little bit of dots throughout the roof. I also wanted the windows to show like if it had snow, so I went ahead and colored around each of the windows, and Once the ink dries, it kind of goes a little bit lighter, so I did maybe 2 or 3 layers of the white ink. Another option for this will be to use white acrylic paint, and with that you probably won't have to do as many layers as I did here. I also added a little bit of white at the very bottom of the house, and I also used some Scotch tape on the inside. That way whenever I set it down, it will glue straight into the white base that I made, and then just use the pen to kind of pat it down and make sure it was secure. I will not be lifting by the house if it has something inside, so this should be strong enough just to make sure that the house doesn't slide around on the white base. And here I wanted to create a little bit of sparkle for the snow, so I applied some of the Jounrey glaze and rub it with my finger, and then added a little bit of the sparkle cuts. And it turned out pretty nice. In person it looks kind of cool. It looks a little bit almost like wet and water and glittery, so it's a really nice look. And to decorate it, I just added some LED string lights with some poinsettias that I bought at my local store. But of course you can decorate it in many other ways. You can do a small vase with fresh flowers or potpourri or LED candles, pretty much anything that you would like to decorate it with. And I'm pretty happy with how the little house came out. It probably will sit in my front table for the remaining of the holiday season. And here it is with the lights off, so you can see how cool it looks with the string lights inside. And I wanted to also show you the difference in size between the original design versus the extended version that we did today. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and that you will give it a try. If you have any questions, as always, you can leave a comment or send me an email. And if you ever wanted to join Funstamper's journey as a coach, now is a great time to do so. Just follow the link funstampersjourney.com/AnnaReese and click on join my team. For more current information on new releases and specials, please go to my Facebook page. And also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you next time.